Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DeFi Enthusiast here, and I've got an update for you regarding APY Center. Now, as I told you guys, this was a high risk, high reward platform, and as you can see, the thing tanked like crazy because a lot of the total locked value was unlocked. Basically, people who came in the beginning and who decided to take out their money at the right time, they were the ones who got a lot of profit from this DeFi platform. And because I was a second day staker, I basically did not get enough. And the way the mechanism worked for APY.Center was that when the total locked value decreases, the value of your token that you're staking also decreases. Thus, there's a double decrease to keep a balance. I don't know. This was just an experiment that the dev did. Now, a lot of people say that he is exit scammed, or basically this is an exit scam. But frankly speaking, those people, let me tell you something, those people who had a timer when they staked their coins, exactly after 72 hours at the same time, when they took out their coins, they made a profit. The first stakers. If those first stakers didn't decide to take it out at that particular time, they also were in loss. So this was a huge experiment, and the only way that this thing would have functioned was if people took, because it is working, it did work, if people decided to reinvest some to keep this whole flow going, and to keep it running. And in crypto, unfortunately, DeFi has a long way to go to mature. And you know, when people in crypto complain about the government taking your money and we want decentralize this and decentralize that, you got to realize when you're your own bank, you have your responsibility to not just help yourself but help everybody else in the ecosystem. And when you don't do that and you become a greedy little person, right? Then that is not going to happen. For example, if I had made about 10K, 20K, or even if I made $1,000, I would have made sure that I would have put back at least $200 back. Okay, if I had made 20K or 40K, I would have definitely put about $2,000 back. So just to keep, that's what I would have done. But it's crypto, right? It's the wild, wild west. Nobody gives a crap about anybody else, and then everybody wants, mass adoption. Mass adoption comes when you take the goddamn responsibility to do something. Now, you may think that I'm upset at this. No, not at all. I am not surprised that this happened. I had told you guys I could risk putting in one Ethereum. Now, the dev, however, still did an updated message that this was the first experiment, and those who got the Cappy token, I still have a chunk of it. He is going to build a better ecosystem, and let's see what happens. So I'm not telling you guys, there's no way that you should get into it right now. If something happens with APY in the future, I will let you know. But so far, this thing tanked like crazy, and yeah. And the way the mechanism was designed was that when the total locked value decreases, so does the amount of cappy that you get also decreases, and plus the token price also decreased because most people sold off. Their thing got unlocked a day before mine, so most of them sold off. They didn't reinvest, thus the whole thing tanked. And by the time it got to us, it came up to a price. When I got it, I think it was $70 or $80. But I was only, because the total locked value decreased, I only made like what, $23, and then my liquidity pool tokens pretty much near that price. I think it was $30 if I remember correctly. Or 28, something like that. But I'm not upset about it, guys, honestly. But what I am, what is really sad is what happened with Tron X. Now, Tron X guaranteed to to double our money, and actually it ran for 2 whole months. And I think a bunch of whales came in and then decided to just deplete the whole contract. But their Telegram group is still active. They're re-strategizing, so this might get back alive again. I'm not going to tell you to get into this right now. I wouldn't put anything, because literally there is 0 TRX right now in the contract. But they are developing something. They are constantly updating something. Something's happening. So I maybe there's some hope that this thing is going to go back up, because it was performing really well and it did a really good job for 2 months. And that's the thing with crypto, guys. You risk some, you lose some, you win some. And that's the way it is. And again, this brings me back to my original point that nothing beats a platform like T2X. It's been reliable. It's been paying people. It's a staking platform. It's a staking coin. There's yield farming also coming to the platform itself. There are a lot of great things happening. I'm going to leave my referral link in the description. You guys are going to get an extra, extra 5% will be minted to you every time, usually, I think, when you take part in the auction to buy T2X. Right now, there's still another 5 hours left. 966,000 TRX has been pulled into the auction today so far, and I'm pretty sure this is going to come much. This is going to go a lot further, and we're not going to see this type of a number. I dream of a number where I can get this much now, of T2X per tron. But as you can see, yesterday it ended at 2,636,000 TRX in the pool, thus leaving the price at 1.54 T2X per tron, and yesterday it's something 1.59. So this is the way it's been running. This is the way it's been going, guys. T2X is solid. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as they say. Axion is something that I'm really looking forward to. I think that's going to be a beautiful, solid platform, and I can't wait to see what that does. What I've realized is over my span of time being in crypto and testing a lot of things out and succeeding in a lot of things and also failing in a lot of things, what I realized is that these mainnet platforms, this is where it's at really. Yes, is it a risk? Everything in crypto is a risk, but when these mainnet things have popped up, what I realized is that they are still, if the devs are good, then these things run beautifully. And so far, what I've seen is, the development team, even though they're anonymous for T2X, they have been reliable. Even when the hack happened, they returned everybody's T2X, which they didn't have to, and everybody's Tron or whatever. Everything was recuperated to the people that lost, their things in the old XSwap pool. Now the new XSwap is audited. It's more secure, and it's going to be hopefully hack proof, basically. And I think that's fantastic, because you can clearly see that T2X has been running. I mean, it's on its day 87 in the auction, and it's been doing well. There's another platform that has come out, DeFi something platform, DeFi staking platform, DSP, and that is a copy and a clone of T2X. Now, I know a lot of people are raving about it. A lot of people are talking about it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to experiment with it, because frankly speaking, I know what's working for me, and I'd rather stick to that. And I think a lot of people that are involved in this, you got to keep this in mind. And nobody in crypto is going to tell you this. Everybody's going to tell you, hey, get into this, get into this. This is how you make money, blah, 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 and this and that. And let me tell you this, they have all failed and they've all succeeded. But let me tell you, they're at a point in their life where they have enough. And believe me, these people who take those massive risks, I'm not saying don't take risks, take big risks, but don't be ridiculous. This is just my personal opinion, not financial advice. You can do whatever you want. You want to, do whatever you want. It's none of my concern. But because I am a YouTuber, because I have a channel that has to do with cryptocurrency, I think it is my responsibility, as an individual and as somebody who's part of this community, to give you information that can benefit you and to prevent as much losses as possible. Now, as you can see, every time that there's been a loss in something that I've recommended, I've been in a loss too. So I'm not somebody who has a track record of just shilling stuff out just for no reason. Okay. And the thing is, like, with these guys who take these massive, ridiculous risks, they're at a point where they have so much, they have made so many gains, that for them losing that amount makes no difference. But maybe to you it does. They are no longer in your shoes. Some of you guys might be completely new to crypto. You guys are going to be completely turned off if something doesn't work out, Or some of you have started to make some really good gains, but then you suddenly lost some because somebody told you to put in this much, that much, and whatever, and then it doesn't happen like that. So not financial advice, just my personal opinion. I haven't found anything as good as T2X yet, and I'm sure maybe DSP might be a great platform. I'm not going to say much about it. I hope they don't rug pull. I've been hearing some stuff. It could be tricky. Everything in crypto is a risk. Even T2X is a risk, but T2X has proven itself even in the most dire times, which is why I really like this platform personally. You don't have to get into it if you don't want to, but I'm going to leave the link if you want to try it out. And let me show you the proof is the taste of the pudding. The proof of the pudding is in its eating, basically. So let's go to the steak. I can show you what yesterday I put in. Wait, it's gonna load. I'm just waiting. I put in a very small number, 803 T2X, just for the heck of it. But this is my big stake of 596,269, 596,269 T2X, and this is a 10-day stake which has begun, and this one should begin after the auction today, and then I'm gonna compound. And my goal is to get it up to 1 million, because once I get it up to 1 million, I'll be, and things remain cool, I should be earning a lot in passive income. And then I'm going to diversify, and I'm going to keep showing you my progress. So T2X, the devs, whoever you guys, if you guys see this, well done, guys. You've done it, and you've made a staking platform, a huge success. And I can't wait to get into the whole Zilliqa staking scene when it starts. I'll let you guys know about that. October 14th is the date where Zillion mainnet staking is going to launch. I will recommend that those of you who are interested in getting Zilliqa and staking it, get your your Zilliqa wallet ready for that. And Zilpay, that's the Zilpay wallet. It's a Google Chrome extension. This is where it is. I just set mine up. My Zilliqa is not in here, but I will transfer it soon. Some of it when the staking thing starts, the whole staking thing, and ZilSwap has been launched. So if you want to provide liquidity pairs, you can see which pairs you can provide liquidity and actually get paid 0.3% fees every day on the trading fees, 0.3% of whatever you have invested. Whichever liquidity you have provided in the liquidity pool, and your percentages will be shown out of that. 0.3% every day will be paid out to you based on the trading fees. So yeah, I think that's fantastic as well. And so this is an update that I thought was necessary, because somebody asked me if they want to invest in APY, and no. The answer is, for now, it's no. Let's see what the dev does. Maybe it's completely gone. I don't know. I have I have some of that Cappy token that I made. I can show it to you right now. I'm going to keep it. Let's just to see what happens. There we go. 0.148 Cappy. Okay. Let's see what happens with this one, guys. I can't do anything. Oh yes, and speaking of magnet.finance, see again, with DeFi has a long way to go. The reason why I really feel that it's high time that more projects get serious scrutiny, because DeFi is a beautiful thing. It can be a beautiful thing if people stop being greedy, stop doing rug pulls, and actually support the ecosystem. If you guys really want to get away from the governments and them controlling your wealth, you need to be responsible individuals and be a complete united community. That's the only way DeFi is going to succeed, or else these sort of things are going to continue to happen. And the mass adoption scenario that we keep talking about, it's not really going to pop up. If you want mass adoption, if you want the average Joe to come into DeFi, if you want the average Joe to take the power back, to take the wealth back from these ridiculous fascist governments and so on and so forth, then you got to be responsible. And I'm not saying you can do whatever you want. But my personal opinion is you make a lot of money, but you also give something back to the ecosystem. That's the only way it's going to run. That's what happened with TronX. Some of the whales decided not to reinvest. They doubled up and they got out. That's what they did. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what this platform was designed for. But if it's kind of like this. If you make a profit, if you just put in even 10% back or 5% back, that keeps the platform running. That keeps things happening. You could be making even more. So unless the longevity mindset does not come into the crypto, into people that are into crypto, um, we won't see a mass adoption scenario anywhere. At least not with DeFi. DeFi, I think, can easily be, mass adoption can take place when there's more scrutiny and reliability in certain platforms. And there are certain platforms that are doing great, like synthetics and whatnot. And even I think T2X, I think, has been doing a fantastic job. Yield farming will be coming to T2X as well very soon, guys. So very exciting. I'll keep you updated on that. A link will be in the description once again. And now I want to, before I end this video, I want to show you finally I'm going to talk about a Rebase token. So what exactly are Rebase tokens? Rebase tokens are basically elastic tokens. So, their supply is elastic. Basically, it's all supply and demand to balance that out. If the demand is high, the supply is low. That makes the price go up. And if the if the supply is a lot and the demand isn't there, then the supply becomes less. But what happens with the Rebase tokens is, and what hasn't been, in my view, successful with things like Ampleforth and others, is what happens is when those supply and demand dynamics take place, every day there's a rebase. And when those rebases take place, when you buy your tokens decrease. Okay, so and when the demand is there, and when the supply when the circulating supply is less, then you have more tokens as a holder. But a lot of times people panic and they don't understand what Rebase is exactly, and they decided to sell off. So I came across something. It's very new. And let me tell you something. This is a huge disclaimer. I am not in this yet. But I found this interesting, and I would want you guys to do your own research and look into this platform yourself. Okay? Because I found it interesting, because this is the first time I found a Rebase token that actually can do something very interesting. And that kind of solves that problem. And this is called X-Plosive Ethereum, guys. So this is apparently a project from Australia, from what I understand. A price-reactive deflationary token with an elastic supply and no negative rebases. Now, this is exactly what we needed when it came to rebase tokens. No negative rebases. And if we look at it on CoinMarketCap right now, this one is sitting at $9.20. Okay, its all-time low was $4.07. Its all-time high was on October 2nd, $12.89. So it's been holding really strong even in this market, and I think that's pretty impressive. And it's very, very new, guys, extremely new. So this one is interesting, and let's look into what this is. So the XETH is a price-reactive elastic supply deflationary powerhouse with no negative rebases. So the XETH is pegged to the price of Ethereum. If the price of XETH is greater than 0.01 ETH, then holders of XETH will experience a positive rebase, meaning more tokens distributed into their wallets. If the price of XETH drops below 0.01 ETH, there are deflationary mechanisms to drive the price back up. Okay, XETH combines the best part of elastic supply tokens with no negative rebases, meaning no tokens are lost after a rebase. It's also deflationary in nature, burning 1% of each transaction, thereby reducing the total supply and increasing the value of each token. Staking dividends are also offered to incentivize long-term holding. So yes, it's also a staking coin plus a rebase coin. Plus it's got the burn mechanism that is very interesting. Obviously, when you burn a token, the value obviously goes up as well. So it punishes sellers through transaction taxes as a rate of 3% of the transaction amount. 2% is burned and 1% is sent to the pool that's distributed to stakers. This is for those guys who decide to sell their tokens, and rewards holders through staking rewards from the pool. Rewards buyers through positive rebase pegged to a baseline of 0.01 Ethereum. Now, these are the tokenomics, guys. You can check them out. The website is xeth.finance. I'm going to leave the link. This is no affiliate thing. I haven't even been contacted by the team. I just found out about it. I found it really interesting, so I'm talking about it. So it has improved the standard rebase function that other coins have adopted. It removes debases and it's implementing the burning mechanism. There are no negative rebases because they can have a negative impact on price from a psychological point of view. Although a debase technically doesn't change much, holders often panic sell their tokens, and when multiple holders do this, it can lead to apocalyptic sell-offs and crash the project beyond recovery. Instead of negative rebases, XETH has adopted deflationary taxes per transaction that decreases the total supply as long as you hold. You are gaining a larger percentage of the market cap. Now, if these guys, this is their roadmap, guys, if you look into it. Early October, start staking DApp development. Mid-October, implement XETH farming. So, okay, interesting. So it's a DeFi plus rebase plus staking. Nice. I like where this is going. Then late October, they're going to publish the official white paper. So the white paper isn't out yet. Now, I haven't bought into this yet. You guys can join their Discord community and everything and check it out. See this for yourself. But if these guys are able to successfully do what they're saying, I think there's a massive, massive growth for something like this. And let's have a small look at this video that was your video presentation. And then I'm going to sign off after this, guys.
There's been a lot of talk in the crypto world about explosive Ethereum. This video is going to explain what XETH is and how it works. XETH is a price-reactive, deflationary token that rewards buyers through positive rebases, rewards holders for staking, and punishes sellers with transactional taxes at a rate of 3%. 2% of the taxes are burnt, reducing the overall supply, and the remaining 1% is sent to the pool to reward stakers. Staking is also offered to incentivize long-term holding, rather than short-term buying and selling. Combining all these elements produces a token designed to be explosive in growth, bringing us explosive Ethereum. Elastic supply tokens are pegged to a set value or moving target. In the case of XETH, it is pegged to Ethereum with a baseline rate of 0.01 ETH. Now you might be wondering if there's negative rebases, and here's what makes XETH so unique. There are none. If XETH happens to be priced below 0.01 ETH, then nothing happens. Nobody loses tokens. This has been specifically designed to be a solution to the apocalyptic sell-offs other rebase tokens tend to have issues with. In short, as long as you hold and avoid selling or transferring your tokens, you gain a bigger percentage of the market cap over time. If you have any questions or you want to be a part of the family, join our Telegram at explosive_Ethereum.
So, as you can see, guys, I find this to be very interesting. I'm going to keep an eye out. This is something that is on my radar right now, okay? Right now, I don't have this. I'm not going to buy this right now. I'm going to wait for the white paper to come out to really see what's happening. But I did want to bring this to your attention because I don't think a lot of people are even talking about this. But, yeah, I think this solves a lot of that problem that problems that, a lot of these other rebase tokens have, and they haven't really impressed me. But this one has potential. I mean, speculation, all speculation right now. I mean, crypto generally is all speculation, but I think once the staking DApp launches, once the white paper comes out, I think there's a lot of potential for this one, and I'll keep you updated. And I wanted to put this on your radar as well. I'm going to leave the link for this. You can see the website for yourself. Again, just my opinion, not financial advice. Anything that I say or do is not financial advice. I've always said that countless of times. And I make no guarantees for any gains in anything. But you can see what I'm in, what I'm doing, where I've succeeded and where I've also failed. So right now, my most solid recommendation is T2X, in my personal opinion, not financial advice. I'm going to leave the link for that. And I'll keep you guys updated if anything develops with TronX and if anything else develops with APY and if it's a good idea to get back in at that time. So guys, I hope you folks have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. This is me, the DeFi enthusiast, signing out. Have a wonderful, wonderful time wherever you are, guys. Stay cool, stay awesome, and stay blessed.